Hey guys, today I'm making cheddar cheese biscuits, and the ingredients that I'm using, I have some self-rising flour, canola oil, I have buttermilk, butter, salt, parsley flakes, and garlic powder, and of course we have the cheddar cheese, and I'm using extra sharp cheddar cheese. You can use just sharp or extra sharp, either one. Okay, I'm going to start first with my dry ingredients, and I'm going to add my 2 cups of self-rising flour, and I am using a measuring cup. Okay, I'm going to add it to my bowl. So, I have to be accurate because I'm not sure how it's going to come out otherwise. So, I'm trying to find that perfect cheddar cheese biscuit. Now, that's one, wait, no, let me level that off. Yeah, that's 1 cup self-rising flour, and I'm going to add 1 more cup to my bowl. Okay, that's good. Okay, my next ingredient I'm going to add is my salt, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. I don't want to add too much salt because of the flavor of the buttermilk and cheddar cheese. It's got a little salt in it. Alright, now there we are. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. So let me see here. Garlic powder here. 1/2 teaspoon. There we are. And I'm going to take my whisk. If you don't have a whisk, you can just use a regular fork. And I'm going to just whisk my dry ingredients together. Now, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of butter, which I have measured with the measuring cup. 1/3 cup of butter, and it's in my bowl here. Let me add that. And with the fork, okay, it's starting to melt. With the fork, I'm going to kind of crumble it till it's like little, just crumbles of it. Let me see here. Just kind of mash it down. It's still kind of cold, and it should be. You want to use cold butter. Kind of chop it up a little bit with my fork. And it's a slow process, and we'll just mash it with a fork. Blend it into the flour. And this is a very easy recipe to make for cheddar biscuits. It's very good. I tried another one before, and it's terrible. This one is a good one. Just continue to mash the butter with my fork into the flour until it's crumbly like. Get all the butter mashed up in there. That's good. Now, I'm going to add my oil. I have some canola oil here, and I'm going to add 6 teaspoons of my canola oil. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And mind you, these are the teaspoons, not the big spoons, those are small spoons, the teaspoons. Okay. Along with that, I'm going to add my cup. I have a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and it's a heaping cup, but I use my measuring cup again. 1 cup of cheddar cheese. I'm going to add that in there. Okay. And my last ingredient I'm going to add is a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Let me shake it up first. This is my buttermilk. And 1/2 cup of that. Here's my 1/2 cup. Here it is. Okay. 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Right. Now I will begin to mix all the ingredients together. Get this out there. Here's my spoon. I'm going to mix all the ingredients together here. It's going to be a little bit thick, but that's okay. Just want to blend it all together. So once you get it blended together and you don't see any dry flour, then you know that's good enough. I'm going to add a little bit. No, I'm not going to add any more milk. That's good. I'm going to keep to the recipe. It's a little bit thick, but that's okay. And that butter will melt when it starts to bake. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to take my teaspoons and I'm going to drop them. I'm going to drop them onto my little mini muffin pan I have here, instead of spooning it onto a flat baking sheet. I'm going to do it this way this time. And we're going to just drop it by spoonfuls into my my muffin pan here. And of course, the self-rising flour, they're going to rise. Put it in there. And this is a slow process. And it's a non-stick baking sheet. But I still I spray a little bit on it. Non-stick cooking spray on it anyway. But it should be fine. And I'll just continue to add my my little teaspoonful of biscuit here, a little cheddar biscuit here, into the muffin pan. It's a little bit too much. Okay. Until I'm done. And this muffin pan here, it makes 2 dozen. And of course, as I always do before I start, when I begin, I preheat my oven, and I have my oven preheated here for 350. Depending on the type of oven you have. Mine's bakes pretty well at 350 for this recipe. Alright. I don't want it to cook too fast. And they come out so fluffy and moist, and I promise you won't be disappointed with this one. Okay. I'm going to continue to fill up my little muffin pan here. I know out here in Georgia, where I am, they believe in using self-rising flour. Everybody that's come in contact with self-rising flour. back home from Illinois, so I'm used to using the regular all-purpose flour and adding my own baking powder. But now I'm finding that the self-rising flour is more to my advantage out here because I don't have to worry about adding too much or too little baking powder when it's called for. So yeah, the self-rising flour is a good deal, and also buttermilk opposed to sweet whole milk, which I'm used to using. They like to make their biscuits with buttermilk instead of whole milk. So I'm gonna make these with buttermilk, although you can use whole milk to make these biscuits, and they still taste. They're still very tasty. Excuse me, I'm trying to say. They come out still very tasty, but the buttermilk gives it a little bit more flavor. So that's why I'm going to use buttermilk this time. And let me add these two more. I still have a little bit of biscuit batter here left. I'm going to fill them up. Should all fit in here. Just redo a little bit more. Let's see. Some here. Some here. And where else can I put it? I'll put some here. Here. I don't want to waste any of it. Put some in here. And I'm going to bake it for about 12, I'll say 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes should be long enough. But keep an eye on it because it doesn't take very long. I'm going to put these in the oven, ready to go in the oven. And when they come out, in 12 or 15 minutes when they come out, they'll look like this. Somewhat like this. I have also, when they come out the oven, guys, before I take them out the cookie sheet or the muffin pan, I have to melt 3 tablespoons of butter with a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of dried parsley, which I already have in here. I'm going to heat it in the microwave to melt the butter mixture. Melt my butter up. So when they come out the oven, they're nice and piping hot. And I have a brush here that I only use for my baking. It's like a regular paintbrush. But anyway, the parsley and the half a teaspoon of parsley and the half a teaspoon of garlic powder is blended well with the melted butter. And when it comes out the oven, while it's still in the pan, you just you want to paint the top of the muffin while it's still hot, all over the muffins, and it just gives it a pretty look to it, and also it's very good. And yeah, look, they're very moist. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye for now.